I guess we're gonna go with this. I can't see the preview anymore, but you should be able to pretty much see what I'm looking at. All right, I'm gonna leave that going. We're gonna try this out one time. I've got my subwoofers that I've had here in the shop. They've been living under here, and they cut out when I turn up the volume. And I've done everything properly out here on my golf cart out back with my subwoofers and all. But this I just threw together like old redneck engineering, you know, just hook wires, plug in the thing. So what was happening was, I think I was dropping my load down way too far, and it was so much resistance that it was overrunning the amp, basically. I think I was wiring these down to 2 ohm, and the amplifier likes 4 ohm. So I'm gonna take these wires here and kind of show what I had going on and what I'm gonna do to remedy it so that I can still use 2 woofers. Alright, so this ends my positive. Get in there. Negative. Alright. Everybody always wonders why I carry a lighter around with me even though I don't smoke anymore. Because I'm always burning wires. Like, constantly. Me without a lighter is like a honky without a pocket knife. I don't usually carry a pocket knife though. Always got a lighter. Alright, so we got our ends here. Let's get our multimeter. So I want to set this down to like here. I'll actually put it down here where everybody can see it. So if I go like to this subwoofer right here, positive's on the left. You'll see close to 4 here. It's not gonna be exact because this isn't actually giving you an ohms rating. It's showing you the resistance of the coil, whatever. So let's go here. That's right there at 4 ohm, this speaker. And this one, when I tested it before, was more around like 5. Let me see here. Positive and negative here. See, our resistance is more like 5. So the way I had this before, I was wiring these together. So let me untangle this. We got like this, basically. Now, when we test this, see, now we're down to a 2 ohm load. That's too much for that little amplifier right there. Let me go answer that message real quick, and then we'll get right back to this. Alright, I believe we're back on now. Let's go back to it. So, we just checked this, and We'll check it again to show what we're at. See, we're at 2 ohm. That's gonna short out the amp. That's gonna make it shut off. So what we want to do here, we want to come out. Let me just drop that so that I'm looking at this. We want to go like into the amp like this would be our positive. And we'd come out of here and it would go, this negative would go to the positive of the other speaker. And of course I would jump the wire from here to the other box, but I'm just doing it with these wires because I got them right here in my hand. But you would run like that, then you would come out of that other coil back. So these two connections would be your positive and negative. So now you take this should give you around 8 ohms. See? 8.8 ohms. Now what this is gonna do, you'll put out less power out of that amplifier I've got up there, but the amplifier won't shut off. So you'll put half of the load on the amplifier, but you can drive both speakers without having to worry about the amp shutting off. And right now, with it running at 2 ohm, it pushes these speakers so hard that they start bottoming out the coils. So to make it as loud as possible, I'm gonna wire these up to 8 ohm, and then I can turn the volume louder than I could ever turn it because it was overdriving the subs anyway. And then the amp can turn up louder without going into protection. That's what I'm doing right here, basically. I'll do another clip when I get everything back together. I gotta catch up with clients here on my phone. I think we're good. So what I want to do here, I don't want to waste this wire because I'm kind of starting to run low on my 14 gauge here. So I'm gonna use this 16 gauge because it's just for this little stuff in here. So I'm gonna save this, stick it to the side. I want to make an identical size piece of these. Should be pretty close. I've made an executive decision on how I'm gonna wire this. I think it'll be easier to manage, so that's what I'm gonna go with. All right there. Not playing any music so that I can throw background music on this video, so I can't help but kind of hum and stuff a little bit because I can't jam right now. I could, but it makes it a pain for dealing with audio when you're editing later, so let's skip it. And that's why my fingertips scratch my damn cell phone screen. Always doing crap like this. Guess I could have turned all the fans on. Alrighty, we want this end here. This end here. We're gonna do that how we did it before. So we got our positive will go to thing. Negative is gonna go to the positive of the next speaker. So let's give that a twist and then twist them together. Why do you have to get right there in the way, bud? Alright, I need to go grab 2 more wire nuts. I wasn't thinking about it. And only grabbed 1. Because I'm going to hook these up right into an old line that's just sitting right there. That'll work. And that's all we need. If I can make sure it's untangled somehow. Of course I would do something like that. Hang on 1 second. We'll just do this. Untangle this damn thing. I don't mind doing something like this. Just to keep them all bunched together right there for me. Yep. That'll do. Then I can pull the freaking twist and everything out of these. Like crap. Alright, so I should have kept that marked, because now I've done mixed up what my pairs are. You doofus. There I go, thinking I'm being slick, making something out easier. But that mixes up what I just did with my wires. Okay, it's part of being me. Alright, there's our positive. There's our negative. So this goes speaker 1. This goes speaker 2. Damn it. I was just trying to unravel them, and then my brain goes off into left field, thinking I was making it better. Alright. And I like tying freaking wires and knots. It's a thing. I enjoy it. And now that those are kind of straight, I can take these and tie them in the knot. I like doing that, damn it. So now I know these will stay together like I need them. Let me go grab 2 more wire nuts and we'll turn this on real quick. All right, we stick this to the side, throw away our pile of wire trash, turn off our multimeter. We're about to upgrade all of this with new subwoofers and stuff in here, but for the time being I was like, you know, I never wired these up properly. I just didn't. I just chunked them on the floor and I wired them both together, and then I was like, okay, you can only turn it up so loud until they shut each other off. Throw my amp in protection. Let's go this one here. Yeah. I actually think these ended up sounding better when I pointed them out. So I'll do that. Yeah. We got, I tied a knot in my positive here so I'd know where it was. This one's marked, so positive line. And we'll put a wire nut on that. And our negative line. Dang, that thing's short as hell. Is my lighter in my pocket? Nope. Where my lighter at? Oh, God. You're entirely too short. There you go. And another wire nut. So it's nice and ugly. Big old ball of wires. But you know what? That's 8 ohms instead of 2 ohms. So it should be happy. Let's try it out one time. Do-do-do.
Short term business broken, you know, girl that just been stolen from you, call that shit a burglary. I told Lambo earlier, dropped our people later down. Chevyville with stupid feet, got your wife in bucket size, stupid crippin' shit.
For reference, this amp right here, the volume for the subwoofer is normally straight up and down. I've got it almost at 100%. No, it's at 100% on the subwoofer volume. I could never get that high with the computer at 70. The computer's at 80 right now. The main volume I had straight up and down. I've got it a little past that, up and to the right. It's louder than it's ever been without it shutting off, and the bass is hitting a lot better now.
Gucci bad, that's how I look. So I see is what they ever say. Think a bit, baby, I get birdie every single day. Even when I'm sleeping, birdie climbing, creeping up. Rose for rush. Rich down for terror, appetite for 30 twice. She got a friend. I can be a friend. I can be a friend. Riding on Mercedes Benz, you can be my lady friend. Baby girl, get in. Baby girl, get in.
Okay.
I can be a friend. Riding on Mercedes Benz, you can be my lady friend. Baby girl, get in.
One is in the freezer, nigga, 2 is on deck. And when I say they on deck, that means they're ready to have sex. And you can bet your bottom dollar, folks. Your bottom bitch will follow, then maybe swallow, because I'm not a joke. I give and you see him, tell him I said, boy, stop. Baby girl, get in so I can introduce you to some of this Cadillac pimpin' from East Point. That's what that do.
She got a friend. I can be a friend. I can be a friend. Riding on Mercedes Benz, you can be my lady friend. Baby girl, get in. Baby girl, get in.
Okay, so that's awesome. It's fixed. It was just cutting out because it was too much for the amp with it wired properly. Now I'm just running 8 ohms, so I'm getting half the power out of this amp, but it was already too much for the speakers and it was overloading the amp. So fixed. I like it. Cut my light back. Yeah. All right, I'm about to get up out of here. I just wanted to do that real quick and test out making a video with my GoPro strapped on my head. We'll see how that goes. I'll throw it in my editor real quick, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Cool.